Hi, friends. I hope you are all doing well and feeling positive today. Let me begin by asking you something simple but powerful. How many talents can one person truly have in a lifetime? One, two, maybe three if they worked very hard. Now imagine a man who was not just good at many things, but truly extraordinary at almost everything he touched. It almost feels impossible, yet his story is real. He was not only a painter creating beautiful images, he was also an engineer designing complex machines, a scientist studying nature, an architect planning buildings, and a sculptor shaping stone into life. He carefully studied maps, stars, rocks, rivers, light, shadows, plants, and even fossils buried deep in the earth. His intelligence and creativity were so powerful that people still talk about him with respect and wonder even today. His name is Leonardo da Vinci. Today, I want to share his story with you, a story that can inspire your life and also help you practice simple and clear English. Leonardo was born in a small and peaceful village in Italy called Vinci. His full name meant Leonardo, son of Piero from Vinci, which showed where he came from and who his father was. His parents were not married, which was unusual and sometimes difficult in those days. Even though Leonardo grew up in a comfortable home with support around him, the greatest gift he truly had was not wealth or status. The greatest gift he had was his curious and powerful mind. As a child, Leonardo was always full of questions. He did not just look at the world, he studied it carefully and deeply. He wanted to understand how birds were able to fly in the sky, why water flows the way it does, and how the stars move slowly above us at night. While other children were busy playing simple games, Leonardo often spent long hours outside observing nature in silence. He watched how leaves grow on branches, how shadows slowly change their position during the day, and how water moves differently when it touches a stone or falls from a height. He did not attend a famous university. He did not learn Latin, the language of educated scholars at that time. But these limits never stopped him from desiring to learn and improve himself. He chose to learn directly from the world around him, and slowly he began to draw what he observed with careful attention. His drawings were clear, detailed, and incredibly beautiful. People were surprised that such realistic and skillful artwork could be created by someone so young and inexperienced. When his father recognized his natural talent and potential, he sent Leonardo to the great city of Florence, which was famous for art, culture, and creativity. There he became an apprentice to the respected artist Andrea del Verrocchio. Inside that busy workshop, he learned how to paint lifelike faces, sculpt strong figures, and create art that almost looked alive. He also learned about engineering ideas, mechanical devices, and the structure of the human body. But Leonardo was not like the other students around him. He did not simply follow instructions without thinking. He experimented with new ideas, he tested different methods, He constantly searched for better and more creative ways to improve his work. One day, his teacher asked him to complete a painting called The Baptism of Christ. Leonardo painted one of the angels in that artwork with great care and attention. When people saw the finished painting, they were amazed and impressed. The angel Leonardo painted looked so soft, so natural, and so realistic that it stood out clearly from the rest of the painting. Another interesting thing about Leonardo was the unique way he wrote his notes and ideas. He often wrote backwards, like words reflected in a mirror. To read his writing clearly, you had to hold it up to a mirror and look carefully. Some people believed he did this to keep his ideas secret from others. Others believed it was simply easier for him because he was left-handed and found it more comfortable that way. Leonardo filled many notebooks with sketches, thoughts, and endless ideas. He drew birds in motion, plants growing, human muscles, complex machines, and inventions that did not even exist yet in his time. He created a beautiful landscape drawing of the Arno Valley that showed depth and movement. It was not just a simple scene, it felt alive, as if you were standing there and looking at the real world through his eyes. For Leonardo, art and science were never separate subjects. In his mind, they were deeply connected and supported each other. When he painted a bird, he did not only draw its feathers carefully, he studied how its wings moved through the air. He imagined machines shaped like giant wings that could allow humans to fly. One day he wrote that after you have tasted flight, you will always walk the earth with your eyes turned toward the sky. Long before airplanes were invented, Leonardo was already dreaming about human flight and sketching designs for flying machines. As his skills grew stronger and more refined, people began to say that this young man was not just an artist, but a true genius. Leonardo had an incredible ability to paint human faces with emotion and life. In his artwork, a simple smile could look shy, mysterious, gentle, or even secretive. His paintings seemed to breathe and feel alive. While working in Milan, he created one of the most famous paintings in history, The Last Supper. This masterpiece shows Jesus and his disciples sitting together at a dramatic moment when Jesus says that one of them will betray him. Leonardo carefully painted each face to show different emotions such as shock, anger, fear, disbelief, and confusion. Although the paint slowly faded over time because of his experimental technique, the artwork is still admired and studied by millions of people around the world. He also painted the world-famous Mona Lisa. The woman in the painting has a mysterious and unforgettable smile that continues to fascinate viewers everywhere. People still ask, is she happy? Is she sad? Or is she hiding a secret behind that calm expression? Leonardo used a soft and gentle painting technique that made her face look smooth, natural, and incredibly lifelike. He kept this painting with him for many years because it was deeply special and meaningful to him. Another artwork connected to his name is Salvator Mundi, which means Savior of the World. It shows Jesus holding a clear crystal orb that represents the universe and human knowledge. This painting later became one of the most expensive artworks ever sold in history. Leonardo was not only focused on art and beauty, he studied anatomy by carefully examining the human body in detail. He drew extremely detailed sketches of bones, muscles, organs, and even the structure of the human eye. He asked big scientific questions like why the sky appears blue during the day. He wrote that tiny particles in the air spread blue light more strongly than other colors. Many years later, modern science confirmed that his observation was correct. He loved animals deeply and believed that they had feelings and emotions just like humans. If he saw birds trapped inside cages, he would sometimes buy them and set them free into the open sky. In his later years, he moved to France, where the king treated him with great respect and honor. He spent his final period teaching others, thinking deeply, designing new ideas, and still filling his notebooks with sketches. Leonardo showed the world that true greatness does not come only from natural talent. It comes from curiosity, discipline, patience, and a deep love for learning new things. He never stopped asking questions about the world. He never stopped experimenting with new ideas. He never stopped dreaming about what could be possible. His life teaches us powerful lessons that are still important today. Be curious about everything around you. Ask questions without fear. Learn different skills and explore different subjects. Work hard even when it feels difficult. Do not fear mistakes because they help you grow.